Great, it's so good seeing you. Oh my God, last time you were like had a different last name.
I know. I got married and now I'm a Griffin.
No more Delilah.
Now when you look me up on, when I Google myself, which I do a lot, just this little like gray lion comes up. I'm like, oh, gray Griffin. Oh, it's a thing. Now I'm not.
Oh, great. By the way, I love you in Arkham Knight. You're
Thank
amazing.
you
Oh
so
my God, I'm so glad that you returned.
It's so wonderful to finally be able to like open my big mouth about that. Because people are going, are you going to be in the third one? Are you going to be in this? And I'm like, I can't. I really want to say.
That's the hardest thing as a voice actor.
I know. I can't tell. In my family, I'm like, don't tell me anything that you don't want everybody to know because I will tell everybody. So that's the hardest part of this job is like getting some big thing and being like, I got this other new big gigantic video game and my son is like crazy about this thing. I actually woke him out of a dead sleep to tell him that I'm like going to be in this thing and he was like, what? He was so excited, but I can't say a word about it. I was texting the casting director going, when can I talk about that? I'm at Comic-Con and she's like, don't you dare say a word.
No one listens to this. You can go ahead. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just us.
You're holding on to a I want to tweet.
That's how podcasts are. I always feel like it's just me and this person, like in my apartment. This is fine. I know, and then my mom was like, I didn't appreciate the things that you said about my family on the podcast.
Oh man, you have a beautiful family too.
Oh, thank you
I love
so
your family.
much.
Thank you for being my Facebook friend too.
Oh, of course. You know what? On Facebook, I feel like such a jerk because Twitter and Instagram, I follow everybody, but on Facebook, I only got on it so I could show pictures of my kids to my family or people that I actually. I'm like, okay, I'm making a rule, only people that I actually know.
Yeah, I know.
But then I'm like, oh, that person seems.
Or do you have over 5,000 people?
No, I'm sticking to the rule, but occasionally I'm like, oh, that person seems nice, and oh, they know so and so. Oh,
I know.
that kid.
Yeah, we know so many people.
But if anybody tries to find me and friend me on Facebook and I don't friend you, don't think I'm a total jerk. But Twitter and I will follow you back and Instagram, all that stuff I will.
No, I know.
But like they're like Tara follows, and I'm like, I know. She's nicer than I am.
I know. I'm just glad we have so many friends in the industry.
Yes.
That's why we're so cool. Anyway, by the way, real quick, I think we should do the roundtable clockwise because I know I felt bad. So let's start out this one.
So I just wanted to ask, how has Daphne and your specific portrayal of her changed over the years? Has she evolved at all, or is it sort of like a time warp?
Well, people have said, I didn't even really notice, but I guess in the beginning I was sticking really close to, Mary Kay, who was a dear, dear friend. She was just such a pure, sweet person in real life, so it was very, very pure and like very sweet. And I'm a very snarky, sarcastic person, so they say that over the years she's gotten snarkier and more sarcastic and more kind of bitchy to the girls that Fred likes, just like, did you want to say that? Just I've like added a bunch of stuff in where they're like, Freddie, come help me. I'm like, Freddie. And they're like, yeah, we're going to keep that in.
How long have you been playing Daphne now?
Almost since 98, I think, or 99. Wow. Yeah, I know. It's been a long time. I know. Yeah, so I've actually played it longer than any other actress has played the part. I remember being like the new Daphne, and I'm like, oh, I'm just the new one. I'm just the new. I'm not really. And now I'm like, oh my God, I'm Daphne.
I know you are the.
You were Daphne back when Kiss did it originally, then with What's New Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I did What's New Scooby-Doo. Yeah, but I've still never met them. Like, this is just the first time. It was so funny because Jean, I kept trying to meet them, but when you do that awkward, like, I'm standing near the group, okay, I'm not right. It's like playing jump rope. It's like, I'm gonna go in, I'm not doing it. That like happened 3 times. I was just this weird, awkward person off to the fringe going, I'm here and eating a sandwich now. So finally I waited till like I had to meet them, and Jean was so sweet. But he gave me a big hug. He's like, I like girls, come here. And they just took a picture. I was like, he pushed my head down on his chest. I'm like,
as long as he's not licking you.
No, they've been very nice.
You've been in the business so long, and like you're obviously so experienced.
I've met you before, right?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. How much room for improv ad-libbing do they give you on a project like this?
I ad-lib all the time.
Do you really?
All the time. There's all kinds of like little jokes.
Do they keep it?
It's punch-up. Yeah. I'm a frustrated comedian, so like if you read my Twitter and stuff, all it is jokes.
You're
it's like
hilarious.
people are like, you need to promote things more, and I'm like, I just like to tell jokes. I promote things occasionally, but yeah. So I'm always, oh, you're so sweet. No, but so I always put my own little things in there, and they keep a lot of it. Yeah, they do. Yeah. And also auditions, just not even for Daphne, but I feel like I only book things like 80% of the time because I add a bunch of funny stuff in there. Because everybody's pretty good. Like our job, I mean, there's not a lot of people that do this, and everyone's really good. So you have to like do that little extra, if you can make them laugh, they're like, oh God, all of those people are good, but Gray made us laugh, let's bring her in. Because really it's basically, who do you want to spend time with for 4 hours? You know, somebody who makes you laugh, or somebody, because I've met people that are really talented, but not fun to be around for a few hours, and I never see them again. Well, I'm just like, oh, nice meeting you. you're never gonna come back here. You're really good.
I know.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
You were never meant for Scooby-Doo. Bye.
I know.
Oh, Gary, I was going to ask you, because I've asked you this like in previous times I met you, but with Kiss, particularly growing up, you know, 70s with Scooby-Doo, now Kiss at the same time. Did you have any Kiss merchandise growing up?
I was just a little bit. They were a little bit before my time.
Yeah, I know they were.
So I knew, like, I remember being a kid and going, ooh, fun makeup, like, you know, it seems like kid-like, and I remember, and I only know like the I want to rock and roll all night.
Oh yeah.
And then Beth, I was like Beth. Yeah. And then it was funny because I just realized Beth was them, and I was like, I know that. That's what I know. I actually was gonna get a CD and like listen to it on the way down because I was like, I don't want to be that asshole that's like, oh, I'm not familiar with you. I haven't said anything. I'm gonna just pretend like.
I ask you, when you got started with doing Scooby-Doo, I've been watching it forever. I love the show. And how did you get involved? How did you get started? And did you really ever dream that it would become this big with the premiere?
I used to watch Scooby-Doo when I was a kid. Like, I would come home from school, like I was like a latchkey kid. I would come in, get my little ice cream going. You know, it was Scooby-Doo and then Kung Fu. Like, you know, remember those? And I remember just like, yeah. And I remember all the old, like Lon Chaney and like all the, you know, and Don Knotts and like all those fun people were being on it. Yeah, but I would have never dreamed that I would be Daphne someday. And my husband always says like, I can't believe I married Daphne. That's cool. Yeah. I met him on Twitter. Isn't that crazy?
So crazy.
Yeah.
Your characters are so much fun to watch.
Oh,
And that's why the kids really love it. It's a strong female character.
Yeah.
And it's a good influence on the kid. How do you think that affects kids regarding being a strong character?
Well, Daphne's gotten a lot since I started playing her. I feel like she's gotten a lot more. Not to take away from the actresses. It was the writing. I think it was the writing, but but I feel like she's gotten a lot more deep, and she's doing a lot of the explanation of things. Usually, it was always like Velma's going to tell us why that happened. Now, when I started, I'm like, am I doing exposition as Daphne? I used to feel bad for Velma because she was like, and she'd have to like do so many takes because it was like a long speech like that, and I was like, I'm just the cute one who's like that. Like, right, Velma, right, Velma, that's right. You know? But now I'm like, according to the map, you know, and it's just like this whole darn thing. But I was happy that they kind of let the cute one be smart too.
I know.
You played her for so long. You come to so many Comic-Cons. You ever cosplayed her?
No, well, yes, I did, because a guy had a Scooby van at there was a big what's that place? I know. Come to the Scooby van. Just smell this cloth.
Right, yeah.
Jeepers. No, but a guy had a van that was, you know, and he's like, hey, if you ever were doing a signing and you want me to bring my van, and so I didn't really, I just put, there are pictures of it online. But I got like a purple dress. I don't have like the red hair or anything, but I did like a little scarf and a purple dress and did my best, you know. Yeah. I've done Azula. I've cosplayed as Azula, but never as Daphne.
How do you feel about people cosplaying a new character?
I love it. And then I feel like the weirdo because I kind of am like, oh, I want to tell them that I do the voice. Oh, is that weird? You know, and like they'll be in line and then they don't know how to react either. But I'm like, I'm Daphne. And they're like, oh, good for you. And I'm like, no, I do the voice. And then I'm like, can I take a picture with you? And they're like, okay, you know, for my Instagram or whatever. But yeah, it's weird when you tell somebody like, I'm Azula. And they're like, me too. And I'm like, no, I do the voice. Yeah, it makes me seem kind of desperate. Yeah.
Oh, I was so happy to brought her back in Florida too.
Oh, I know. I just love playing. I just love all the writing on those shows. Is so incredible.
Now, what's cool Scooby-Doo is coming pretty quickly here. You're still involved with that?
Yes, yeah. It's and it looks totally different. It looks like Family Guy or something. Oh God, people are up in arms. I remember I posted a picture on my Instagram and I was like, you know, and of course everything. I'm like, you know, and I was like, yeah, but you're just, you know, it's always new room for something new, and you can still have the old one if you want. It's like new Coke, you know.
Making the tag.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Great,
Thank
so
you.
great seeing you again. You have a wonderful
Want to do a
Comic-Con.
picture together?
Say hi to Matthew Lillard, the voice of Shaggy.
The power to wipe out the human race, and I have to destroy you. Oh, I see you guys are also doing a superhero against superhero movie. Well, 2016 is gonna be the